This video is sponsored by Deep Cut Studios. For a wide range of fantastic gaming resources such as battle mats, dice trays and pre-painted bases, check out the description below.
Hi guys and welcome back to TNG Productions. My name is Tom and we're back for some more Battle Reports action, and we're going to be playing some Walking Dead today. Now obviously things are a little bit different, we know we're all geared up for this, so we're going to take this with a pinch of salt. If we've got a little bit of a muffle, we apologise, and our rules are a little bit rusty. We've not played in quite a while. First game since the lockdown, shall we say. Now I'm going to bring in my guest from a social distance. Come on in, my love.
Hi everyone, great to be back on TNG Productions for another round of the campaign. Round 3 we're going into
Round
this time.
3. Now you are the draw specialist going
I am
into
the
this.
draw specialist, but today the Greens are going to win. So
This is going to be a close game. We're fighting for the hunting ground.
we are, which is a key area, especially with the supplies that come with it.
So I'll show you our crews and we'll cut back in a sec.
And here are our crews for today's 250 campaign point battle report. We're fighting over the hunting ground here, aren't we? We want Chris and his hunters. We want the weapons mainly because the hunters aren't great. You and me did a battle report with them. We've not used Chris with them, I don't think, have we?
No,
we just
we
used the
haven't.
hunters when they came out.
We haven't.
But regardless, the supplies are pretty tasty that come with this. So I've got my prisoners. They're at full capacity at the moment. They're
I don't know how you've done that.
I think I got a good injury roll in the last one. I feel
Yeah.
like Thomas died and luckily got like nothing on the injury roll. So Dexter is my group leader. I've taken advantage of me now owning the prison. So I've actually got 3 people in riot gear, which takes the dice away when they're attacked. So Dexter, he's in riot gear. He's got a tire iron, which I've picked up in previous battles. And he's got his tear gas grenade again, because that was just
That
funny.
can be
It's
deadly.
just knocks people prone. It's fantastic. He's supported by Axel. Now, Axel at the back, he's got a police jacket on. He's there to kind of make sure everyone's nerves a little bit higher. He's got a 9mm or 8mm pistol, I can't remember which one it is, and a riot shield. So because I've got these riot gear, they cost me 2 points less. The riot shields are really good at buffing your defense against walkers. Andrew, who's my runner, he's also in riot gear just like Dexter. He's got a .38 revolver, he's got some bandages, and he's got a lucky charm, which is important just in case he has a really bad roll. And then we've got Thomas, murderer extraordinaire. He's in riot gear. He's got a machete because he can just basically re-roll any sharp weapons because he's got stab and he's a bit psychotic. He's tasty.
Yeah.
They're more geared up this time. I've learnt my lesson. I kept giving Dexter a shotgun. I haven't yet got access to good guns. So the shotgun wasn't doing it. So I've got a bit more close combat orientated here. Also, because I've got these weaklings opposing me. Who are these?
Well, you say the weaklings. I think this is a stalwart family. This. So I've got Herschel Greene as the Greene Family patriarch as my group leader. He's equipped with a claw hammer because he needs to be able to defend
That's how you
himself.
fix people's
Yeah,
injuries.
absolutely. And he's got Herschel's bag, which was invaluable last time. Of course, I've also got Billy Greene, my absolute favourite.
Now Billy's nursing an injury, isn't he, from the last game?
He's starting the game on 3 wounds, 2 lower than he would normally do.
But we have discussed he can be patched up higher than that. He's not capped at 3.
Yeah, not capped, which is good news for me. Otherwise, he probably wouldn't have made the selection, to be honest. He's carrying football pads, which he acquired in the previous round. He's got a .22 revolver. Now, because he's injured, I've had to pay points here. I've got a first aid kit and bandages as well, which again he acquired in the previous game. So essentially, he's going to try and
Help him.
Help
But because
him
of
out.
your hospital, you heal 2 basically every time. You heal +1 each time you heal.
Yeah.
So Billy can patch himself up for an activation at the start and then maybe later in the game he's
exactly.
okay.
I've got a feeling you'll probably target Billy, to be honest,
Just
as well.
a little.
And he finishes with a machete as well. The other big character from the Greene family is Maggie, who I've got the prison defender version of. She is carrying a .38 revolver and ammo reload in her pack with a hatchet for her melee weapon. Now, I could have picked other Greene models here, but I thought let's just be a bit more inventive and pull out some of the people who we picked up from the hospital.
Or, play by the rules and actually go to the people you've got. Rather than just go, everyone's agreed.
Everyone is
I
Greene.
get all of these
We're a
characters.
big family.
It's me and my 4 characters.
But we've gone for Father Gabriel. Now, I have never used him before, so I'll probably misplay him.
He's such
I
a
don't
cool
mind.
model though.
He is, he's lovely, isn't he? And I've equipped him with the Holy Bible. The reason I've done that with the Holy Bible, other than it being WYSIWYG, is because Doc Stevens, who's the final model there, is of low nerve, and so the Holy Bible gives me the option to be able to manage that threat tracker a little bit better.
They're a really strong support team you've put together here.
Yeah, basically, a lot of my thoughts here is, because I want to heal Billy, I've got a lot of healing options on the board now. Billy's got healing options, Herschel Greene has got his bag, of course he does, and Doc Stevens can do it as well. He's got the medical professionals keyword. So, yeah, got a healing team.
So we're going to set up the table and we'll see you in a sec.
Okay, and here we are for today's game, and you can see we are all deployed. The prisoners are kind of deployed centrally in this weird green church alliance, hospital alliance thing. You've kind of split the family up from the preacher and the
Yeah, what I
doctor.
thought was, because they've come obviously with new territory, I thought they could literally meet in this game, to be perfectly
They've just
honest.
walked on together.
Yeah,
We'll help each other.
But they form an alliance, you know, I like forming uneasy alliances.
This is it. So in terms of the supply tokens, there's 5 as always. There's 17 walkers. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 1 just behind camera, 5 here. Now, this roof, Ian and I have agreed that essentially there's a ladder on his side, there's a skip on my side. It's traversable easily. We don't need to roll 50-50 because it's just we wanted to have this lovely building in play.
We did. Thank you very much for calling it lovely as well.
Yeah, thank you for painting it. So, the walkers can also transition up and down. We're going a bit 28 days later with the way the walkers operate.
Well, you'll remember, if anyone's watched the series, in the very first episode, walkers can climb fences.
Do they just forget?
They just lose the ability to. So maybe this is just set early apocalypse.
Maybe
even though
it
it's
is.
round 3.
So we have also drawn our campaign card, and we were really hoping for Happy Trails, which gives us like extra hexes, but no,
Yes,
life is not good. What have we got, mate?
We have got bad ammo, which is some of the discarded ammunition in this area is from a bad batch. Now that is not good because I've got ammo here.
You literally stole.
Whenever an ammo reload is used, roll a red dice. On a blank, the ammo does not work and the weapon is not reloaded. Bit annoying, but worse, on an exclamation mark, the ammo explodes. The survivor must make a defense roll against the red dice just rolled, and the weapon is not reloaded. On any other result, the weapon is reloaded as normal.
So basically, don't reload your gun.
Don't reload your gun, and if you do, you've got a 1 in 6 chance of it blowing up.
Of having a really bad time.
Which I don't like, those odds.
It's worth saying Ian has also removed bandages from the event deck straight away because he's got the hospital, which allows him to do that.
Well, I'm hoping for Billy here to recover.
Billy to fix his injuries from previous ones. We rolled off to start. I won, but I've given Ian the initiative because he's got extra models, and I kind of want to have parity of activations.
He's very kind.
So we'll go to the first activation of turn 1, which will be the Greene family.
Okay, so for the first activation for the Greene family, the Greene household, Herschel is going to activate, and of course I'm going to use Herschel's bag on Billy because I want Billy.
Cheat. Sorry.
Don't be like that, Tom, don't be like
We had like a
that.
10-minute discussion where Ian was like, if I bring an injured person, can they go back to full? And I was like, it's not the spirit of the game, but you cheat away here, that's fine.
But the thing is, Billy is my linchpin. He's my absolute... He's like Dexter.
I'm killing him. He's
You
dead.
can't kill Billy. You should see the stuff he's got to keep him alive, actually, because I'm not even using that. I'm using Herschel's stuff. So Herschel's bag, the roll gets a 2, which is great, so that restores Billy back up to full health. Well done, Billy. Obviously, we have a second action still to go. Herschel is going to run to here, which will just pull in the red shirt walker.
Yeah, we just
Like
said the
so.
cones are just for decoration.
Yeah.
They're not there for anything
And
else.
a very nice decoration as well. It's the scatter terrain that makes the board look good in it at the end
It
of
is
the
that
day.
makes the difference. Easy first activation for me. I'm going to go with Axel. He wants to kind of use his police jacket bubble to kind of reinforce that everything's all good in the world. So he's going to make a sneak action just to this position here. And he's simply going to make noise, which will just pull in the walker that's behind the tree into close combat with him.
Okay, so for the second activation for the Greens, Maggie is going to perform a sneak action to here, just to get behind the tree, and she's then going to perform a shot against this lovely walker here. Now, we've done a bit of pre-measuring. These walkers are out of mayhem range, but this one will be affected. I'm hoping, obviously, this one will get killed.
So she's got white dice on a shoot. What's going?
She's actually got white dice on the shoot, and she's got white dice on her gun as well, because it's a .38 revolver.
So 2 whites versus 1 red on the walker.
Hey.
2 with a headshot. Murders it.
That was
straight
the
away.
plan. Unfortunately, that does cause mayhem, so the threat goes up by 1. And then as well, we've got this walker that's going to be moved to here. Can you do the honours there for me, Tom?
Basically just go to there, and it takes us up to threat level 2. Got way too vigorously there before you could do your ammo roll.
I know, well, it's
It actually
important.
matters with this.
It does, because I don't want to get an explosion when I try and reload. So let's see what happens then. I'm good.
She's
I'm
all good. So for me then, Thomas is going to step up to the plate. He's going to sneak himself just to here, and then essentially he's going to declare a weird kind of run around in circles to there, just to draw the attention off that walker.
I like it.
I could have just made noise, but I wanted the extra half inch of move.
Now that Billy is on full health, of course, he's now made for killing walkers.
Filthy cheat.
Are you going to say that every time he activates?
Every time, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, he's going to survive the whole game, so get used to it, viewers. Right, Billy is going to just simply perform a run action to here to engage that. He wants to get another kill in, and basically, as you can probably see from the video, I'm trying to work my way to this. It does cause noise, which will pull this walker into the truck.
Alright, I'm going to go Dexter. Dexter is going to use his leader ability, Top Dog, to try and give his partner, should we say, Andrew is?
Yeah.
Abusive relationship that they've got. An extra action. So white dice, I distribute 0 action, so he's really not feeling the love for Andrew. And then what's Dexter going to do? He's basically just going to do the standard path of the course. He's going to sprint to this position here, draw the attention of this walker. And that is him done. So you've had a bit of a realisation about your crew.
I have. I only realised it after I'd deployed.
Is it because you spent like 30 minutes on Billy's gear and then realised the
Yes.
Billy
Billy is a linchpin, okay? What these guys are here to stay alive and get supply tokens, which is what the aim of the game is. But you will notice that the way they are equipped out, between them, they have a trash can lid and a holy Bible.
So they can't actually kill a walker.
No, because they also have no dice on their melee stats whatsoever. However, it doesn't matter because with clever movements, we can
Adapt and
navigate,
survive.
adapt, insert any word there that you want. So, watch and learn here, viewers, as we show how to get supplies without killing walkers. So, it's going to be Father Gabriel to activate, and all he's going to do is sprint to here to pull this prison walker off.
He's going to bash him on the head with a Bible.
Well, actually, no, because that might hurt the walker, and I can't do that.
Right,
But I'm going to
pacifism.
protect myself with the Bible. I think that's probably more accurate.
Over to the lovely Andrew for me then, feeling bad that Dexter didn't really want to help him out. He's going to declare a sprint action. He's going to zip through here just to this position behind the tree. It will pull in the nearest walker, which I think is this one. This one's not going to drop off the roof.
Nah.
It will kind of, because of the noise, bring the walker in, but I'm going to hope that Andrew's nimble ability just allows him to kind of bounce out of combat when that happens.
We're clearing a path over here for this final activation, you see.
A pacifist path.
Yes, this is the target. I can't do it in one turn because if I ran and pulled a walker in, I've not got the ability to kill it.
I just love the fact you've got your 2 pacifists, and on my side of the board there's just Thomas, who's just literally foaming at the mouth to like slit people's
Yeah,
throats.
but sometimes water and fire when they meet.
Maybe they'll convert him.
Exactly. Well, they could do. They could do.
They won't, but
Well, you never know. You never know. And if not, once I pick this up, I might just go and try and regroup with the Greens.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so for Dr. Stevens, I'm just going to use one action, actually. I'm going to make a sneak action to here. We're not bothering running because I just don't want to... I don't want the fight, basically.
don't want the hassle.
Don't want the hassle of it. And then obviously next turn I'll be in range to actually gather that supply token.
Right.
In theory, at least.
Let's go set the tone for the game with the event phase then.
So a typical slow and steady first turn, we're just trying to get the walkers dealt with. Like, we always play with more walkers than you actually need, and it really is that kind of first turn of like trying to clear and make room for what we want to be doing in further turns. But at the moment it seems pretty straightforward. One-on-one combat, no one else seems to have piled in, there's no other threats to people. So this should be routine, he
I'm
says.
quite pleased with this because if you think back to the first round when I played Ben, the first turn
Everyone's-
was a bloodbath. So I'm really pleased
This
with how
tactical,
this is started.
gentlemanly start. This could be ungentlemanly in a second though, so what's the event card we've
So
got?
if we have a look at the event card, we are having +1 to the threat, which takes us to 3, and we're on the hunger. And in all quiet, the walkers suddenly stop, nothing else happens.
I'll take that.
I'll take that as well.
Now we do have combat, so that will push us into low threat at level 4, and we will go to, well, you have the choice of initiative for combat here,
Thank
so
you,
we'll
Tom.
go to the melee phase.
Okay, so in terms of melee then, let's start with Billy Greene, who's of course using his machete. His base red machete adds a white dice.
Old man walker with 1.
Hey, look at that.
Absolutely murdered.
Do you know
him.
that's the second walker Billy's killed there? Oh no, it's not. Maggie killed one. Never mind, ignore that.
Everything goes through Billy.
Ignore
doesn't
that
it?
comment,
Everything's
ignore
Billy.
that comment.
Next one.
You know I like Billy too much. Right, Herschel then.
You sure it's not Billy again?
Well,
You're
you know,
throwing his machete at him.
basically, okay, I'm not going to call him Herschel, I'm going to call him Billy's dad.
Billy's dad.
Billy's dad
Right.
is beige red and white for the claw hammer. Yep, again.
Kills
Billy
it again.
Oh, do you know, this is going well, isn't it? Unfortunately, I can't do that with Father Gabriel though, because I'm Billy's mate. So
You just do me a favour. I basically said to him before the match, I was like, I've batch painted a load of walkers. I'm not sure if we have enough, so if you kill them, I could just bring them back
getting
on.
them off the board.
Father Gabriel.
Yep, so
defense.
Billy's priest is defending
Billy's
number 2.
priest. He defends enough, so just kind of pushes.
Oh, just shy that supply
Just
count.
shy. I'll say that's an inch.
I'm glad.
I mean, if we're going to be super pedantic, but I think you can push it wherever you want. So
Well, to be fair, I might actually, thinking about it, move to pulling away to clear the path again anyway.
that's always a good idea. Nice round of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I've got a lot of combat going on here.
So do every single member of your faction.
And they're pretty well geared out. So Dexter's going to go first. He's got a white and a red base. He gets a white thanks to the tire iron that I've picked up previously against one walker. He gets 3, so he absolutely smacks her down to the ground as I grab a token. So we're just going to push her to there and knock her prone. Next up, we have got Axel. Now, Axel has got a white dice on his melee, but he's also got a riot shield, so I can either add a red to melee defense rolls or a white when defending against walkers. It's whether I want to attack or defend. Do you know what? I'm actually going to defend against the walker, so I get a white and a red on defense, and then another white because of my riot shield.
Following my lead here with Father Gabriel.
That's it. It's Father Axel. He definitely does defend.
Yeah.
So he pushes it away. I don't think you knock it prone though, do you? Because it's
No,
just a
it's just
coach pushed. Andrew, see if he's nimble or not, I suppose. So on a shield, he basically just moves an inch out of the way. He does.
He's done well to get away from the tall walker with them long arms.
Big rangy walker. And then we've got Thomas, who basically hates everything. So he's got 2 white dice and he's re-rolling them because of sharp. Thanks to his keyword, he butchers that walker to death.
Nice.
That's not bad at all. Pretty good rounds.
I think both of us will be quite pleased with that, to be honest.
Yeah, so we'll check the prone walker and we'll go to the end phase. And here we are with the end phase of turn 1. 4 dead walkers straight off the bat. Like, the Walking Dead, not an issue.
Yeah,
easy.
definitely.
The problematic thing that it now will do is it basically opens up a few gun lines, which is going to be...
Well, it does. I've only got revolvers. Have you got a big gun?
No, I've only got... Because I've learned not to take the shotgun now because it never works. Yeah. So I've got initiative going into turn 2, so we'll go to the prisoners. First activation for me then, Dexter is going to use his top dog ability. He's going to try and distribute some actions to his buddies.
Hopefully it'll be better than last time.
He gets a 1, that's not bad at all. So he's going to distribute 1 action to each of his friends. And essentially they get this as a bonus. So I'm just going to pop some tokens next to them. So 1 for Thomas, 1 for Axel, and 1 for Andrew.
Nice.
And then Dexter is going to play things relatively straightforward. He is going to declare a sprint action just to take him around the back into the doorway here. He's kind of just, look at how lean, he's just holding this gun that I'm not actually equipped him with, just to pull this walker in, just to keep Andrew relatively safe. Let's just keep them on the max, it makes life easier. And that's him done.
Okay, so for my first activation, I'm going to go with Billy. You know, my absolute
Star of the
favourite.
show.
Yeah, he is though, isn't he? And he's just going to perform a sneak action to here. He's then obviously going to try and pick up. Is this the first supply counter of the game?
I think this is going to be his first supply.
And taking it, we get bandages.
It's a classic.
Do you know what that actually means now? In Billy's pack, he has got a first aid kit, bandages, and another set of bandages.
You've literally wrapped him in cotton wool.
He is. Well, he needs it, doesn't he?
So he gets to take that marker though.
He does. Fantastic news,
Big
that.
old target on his head, if there wasn't already. And yeah, pretty solid activation for him. Over to Thomas then. He sees this, token in front of him, but he cares not. He's going to declare a sprint.
I think you're gambling here.
Do you know what? I've got multiple actions, haven't I? Do you know what? I'm going to try and lower the threat. I'm going to try and hold my nerve to start with. I am a tactician, so I automatically do it, which is pretty good. So I'm going to knock it down to level 3.
Tom, damn you.
See, I could have moved, searched, and made noise, which is tempting with the extra actions, but no, I'm actually going to declare a sprint, and I'm going to sprint to there.
Nice.
I'm going to pull in the nearest walker, which is this lady here. I'm going to aggressively place Thomas for murder.
I think that is aggressive play, but I've got 2 lovely guys here.
No guts, no glory. Literally guts.
Okay, so I'm going to try and get my second supply counter because I can see that you want it as well, I think, to be honest.
Am I up?
Yeah, you are. You clearly are. You're heading straight for it. So, I'm going to activate. It's a toss-up, to be honest, between Gabriel and Stevens, but I think Gabriel's better suited for defending against walkers. So, Dr. Stevens is going to perform a sneak action to here, get into base contact. Now, what I would really like is some sort of melee weapon. So, if I have a look from the top of the deck... Oh, we got a hockey stick. There we go. I can actually kill
a doctor with a hockey stick.
Yes, but it fits so perfectly, doesn't it? The hockey stick is going to be adding red dice to melee attack.
So he has a red dice now.
I can kill a walker over there now.
So you get to take that token, put it on Dr.
Excellent.
Stevens.
Thank you very much.
I'm going to go with Axel, and Axel has got multiple actions available to him as well. He is going to attempt to hold his nerve to start with, which he succeeds at doing.
Tom, what
Takes
are you
us
doing? I
down
want
to
to get
2.
this set up.
So that's his first, and then he's got 2 more actions available. I was very tempted to shoot the gun, but what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to declare a sprint all the way around into base contact with this walker and the supplies, which will then pull this second walker into combat with Axel.
So, nice and simple for Father Gabriel. He is just going to protect Dr. Stevens and engage the prison walker like so.
Lovely. Over to Andrew. He is also going to attempt to hold his nerve. He succeeds.
Tom!
We go back down to level 1.
Tom, what are you doing?
Let's give it a long battle report.
It's not because Father Gabriel's just going to kill everyone.
And we've pre-measured this. He's basically going to declare a sprint action. And he can get, if we say we're going up this in the same way as your ladder, I can get to about here, but I'm just going to put him here and we'll just accept that if I nimble, I'll just nimble. And that will pull in this lady walker on the roof.
So I've got 2 activations on the bounce now with Maggie and then Herschel to go. Maggie is just going to perform a sprint action to here to pull this walker in. Essentially, I just want to get my characters a bit more into the game now. We've cleared this area, which was great. We've got what we wanted, but we need to progress up the board now. Herschel is going to do something similar. He's obviously going to have to make a slightly more jagged case for that run, but he's going to run to here and pull in this walker.
Let's go to the event phase and see what we get there. And here we are during the event phase of turn 2, and yeah, I think the Greens are doing a very good job of just systematically wiping out these walkers.
I've been thinking about it. Other than the models that have defended, I don't think I've failed to kill a walker that I've attempted to yet.
I think you're setting yourself up here now.
I am probably. To be fair, I probably am, especially going into a round of melee, but still.
But the prisoners have shown surprising caution and they've knocked the threat all the way down to 1. So what's the event card?
You have surprised me with that, by
I'm a
the way.
surprising individual.
You are a surprising individual.
Because it's the voices in my head. So what's the event card give me?
Oh no, this wasn't what I wanted actually. Not given that what a nice job I've done of clearing that area. It's +2 to the threat and the Walking Dead, and 2 red dice worth of walkers are going to enter play, and then they move towards the nearest survivor.
Be a shame if I had initiative for this.
And you do have initiative for this.
2 walkers into place. We get to put 1 out each, so we'll cut back in a second once we've done that. And here we are after we moved our 2 walkers. I've brought a familiar face walker on into Maggie, and just behind the building 1 has gone into Thomas from Ian. So we have got melee, so that will add +1 to the threat. So we go back up into level 4. So all my hard work.
I'm glad because I've got more counters than you. I don't want to see this threat keep coming down.
And we'll go to the melee phase and see how they do. Over to my melee then. I'm going to start with Andrew. I'm just going to see if he nimbles away to begin with, just to make life easy. See if he can dodge. He can't dodge, so he's going to have to deal with this walker. So he has got 2 red dice on his defense versus this 1 lady walker.
Yep.
See how he does.
1.
Yeah, he comfortably just rebuffs her advances.
Yep.
Then we'll go along the lines. Axel is not in riot gear, he's in a police jacket. So
the only one not in riot gear for you, isn't he?
He is. So he's got a white and a red on his defence. He then gets to add a white because he's in combat with walkers using his riot shield versus
so he's still tanked up though.
3 red walker dice.
2.
More than 2, so he basically just chucks them away, which is kind of what I wanted. And then we're going to go with Dexter. Dexter's going to attack. He's got a white and red in melee. Adds a white because of his tight iron versus this 1 tall walker, rangy walker.
Blank.
2, so pushes it away and he will knock it prone.
Nice.
And then we've got Thomas. Now, because Thomas is in riot gear, I reduce the attacker's dice by 1.
So he's going to get that extra +1 bonus really for the outnumbering.
And he's using his 2 white because he's got a machete with a white on his melee, which he can re-roll.
1. Yes.
Yeah, I'll just kill that walker.
Nice.
I will push the lady back 1.
It's going to get interesting in this section of the board, you know.
Knock her prone. It's looking very interesting, actually. And we'll go over to yours.
Okay, so now we come to the Greens melee. We're going to start with Maggie. I was weighing up then in my mind whether or not it was worth shooting, obviously to reduce the fact that she's outnumbered, but unfortunately I think that'll just make life difficult next turn, which I don't want to do.
Yeah, now you've cleared all those walkers, you don't want to bring them back
Exactly, you know, there's just no point to it. So, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to attack with the hatchet, which is a white dice. She's base 2 red on melee, which is good, but she's fighting 3 walkers. So she rolls 3 and a headshot.
Oh, they just get 1, so 1 knocked
I'd like
prone.
to kill this one, the one that's directly in front of us. We're going to play it tactically.
And then that one, push back.
Nice one, super duper. We then move on to Herschel, who has got a claw hammer, which is adding a white dice to his base of a red. And in his roll, he gets a 3.
Walker gets nothing. So
just push back and prone.
This is the round of the prone walkers now.
It is, because I said that silly comment, wasn't it, about, oh, I've not removed any warriors, blah, blah, blah.
And Prison Walker versus Father Gabriel. He can get some practice in trying to like win that one round before he has to go with Thomas.
He can. Well, it looks similar, don't they, on the board. The defence roll is a 1.
1, so survivors win all ties.
Yeah, that'll do.
Just push that Walker an inch back there.
Near Dr. Stevens, where he's going to come in with a hockey stick later.
And that'll take us to the end phase.
And in the end phase of turn 2, we're healthy, but we didn't like the fact that I just rolled 4 shields in a row and the walkers stood up. All the walkers stood up, which isn't great. It's going to be interesting now with you having priority, mate, because there's obviously that one in the middle that you might want to take the ladder to contest.
Well, maybe. We'll see what happens. To be honest, I've not decided, so I can't even give you a comment at this stage.
But yeah, the positioning is going to be interesting. I think this is going to very quickly turn into Survivor on Survivor.
Yeah.
The walkers seem less of a threat to these two crews, the way they've been built. So we'll go to the first activation of turn 3, which is going to be the Greens.
After much deliberation, I've decided on a plan, Tom.
It's your turn to do weird, janky stuff now.
It is, and sometimes I find this with a lot of games. To be honest, you just reach a point where you need the board to move before you can come up with a plan. Particularly, I feel like turns 1 and 2.
You need to force change.
Yeah, I feel like turns 1 and 2 were quite strong, and now I don't want to mess it up. So I've decided on something reckless because, you know...
That's standard.
Yeah, well, basically, yeah. And Maggie, I have just pre-measured this off camera, is going to use the ladder that you can see here, and she's going to come up. She'd probably get to here, but like Tom did, we're just going to go to there for balance. She's probably about here. That, of course, creates noise, which pulls the nearest walker into her and engages her. So I've kind of given that to Tom there, but I don't think he'll take it. I've just got this feeling.
Oh.
I've just got a feeling.
Oh. Over to Axel for me. He's going to take advantage of the fact that this is literally next to him, and he's going to pick it up.
Yep.
What does he get? He gets some ammo, well, dodgy ammo.
Yeah,
dodgy ammo. He gets an ammo reload, which I'll take.
Nice.
I'm then going to do a zigzag run. I'm basically going to go back and then across. We pre-measured it just to this position here, just to get my police jacket kind of back near where it needs to be, and then that'll just make some noise and pull in this rangy walker here. He's just going to tap him on the shoulder and be like,
yeah.
how are you
Well, you
doing
can
today?
tap him on the shoulder. He's tall enough. Okay, so I'm going to go with the boss man, Billy. Of course I am.
The patriarch of Greene Family.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. So he's going to sneak into this lovely little gap here, just so that he can see your lovely prisoner there.
Yep.
Now, the good thing about Billy is that he is an expert shot, which means that when he performs a ranged attack, he may force the target to discard a covered eye.
So you kind of ignore this.
Yeah, basically.
Dexter is in riot gear though, so he also means you discard an item of your choice.
This because I would normally have been 2 red and white, but I've got to remove that red dice. I'm going to choose to remove
So
the
it's
red
a red and
dice.
white for you and a white dice for me. You've got space there, mate.
Lovely. So my shot.
Oh,
Wow.
lucky good roll for me then, I suppose.
Yeah.
So you would win, and headshot would go through, so that'll be 3 damage.
Lovely.
3. That puts me on 4 health.
Excellent start. Obviously the threat goes up though for the mayhem.
So it's caused mayhem, so we got to level 5.
And then we're going to see the walkers move. This one is going to hit the truck.
Yeah, we've checked these. This will walk here,
This is going to engage.
and that'll basically go to Billy in the kill zones range. But 3 damage.
Not bad at
Not
all.
bad at all.
I do need to take an ammo check. He's not got an ammo reload on him, but he's fine
He's all
anyway.
good.
Yeah.
Right, we're going to go with Thomas, but it relies on him jumping over the back of the truck. So for his first action, he's going to declare a sprint action as if he's going to try and sprint over to the back here. 50-50 dice, needs a shield to see if he can get over the truck. He can, right, that makes things more interesting. So
It does.
he can sprint over this, and then he's got a choice of where he wants to finish. Now the question is, do I go into the doctor? Do I go into the priest? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sprint around the back of the father here, give him a little kick in the bum like him, and then bring in my fellow prison walker. Now, in an ideal world, I would have been able to tie them both up in combat, but there's not really a way to have done that. But I'll take that, because that's now quite dangerous.
Okay, so I'm going to activate Herschel now that an activation has been taken away from me by that lovely move. And Herschel is going to simply follow Maggie and just support her here in that melee, because I would like to try and get another supply counter, basically, you know. It'd go down well.
Gotta catch them all. Over to Dexter for me. He's going to use his top dog ability. He's going to see if he can distribute some actions. He gets to distribute 2 actions, but he can only give people a maximum of 1, so he's just going to basically give Andrew.
In a way, it must be tempting for him to go first most of the time, though.
It is. It's one of the strongest leader abilities in the game, but in practice, it's not as applicable, if that makes sense. It's always handy if you just don't know what to do with an activation. And then he's going to declare a sprint, nice and easy. He's going to sprint himself around into base contact with this marker. That will draw the interest of this walker here. And that'll do for him. So what happened to your super best friend club?
Well, there was a natural...
A murderer game.
I know. There was a natural temptation to try and rescue Father Gabriel. But I'm weighing it up. This is a game at the end of the day.
Here we go.
It's a game. He's a 26-point character.
Metagaming.
Well, no, it's true.
What happened to the buddies? What happened to the pacifist buddies?
They're obviously not buddies,
He's found a hockey stick and it started talking to him.
But basically, do you see Tom knows what I'm about to say now?
Craven Edge, the hockey stick, just whispering to kill.
We're saying, see you later, Gabriel, and the doctor is just going to run here to the bottom of the ladder, which is going to pull this in. You say coward. I think there was a plan here.
I'm glad you We'll go to my last activation then. I'm going to go with Andrew and I was lamenting decisions here. I'm going to do the easy parts first and then I'll work out what I want to do. I'm going to move to this position here. I am going to search this supply token.
Nice.
I get an old gun. He's got a second gun, that'll do. I mean, I'll take it.
Well, to be fair, it's better than having bad ammunition.
It is better than having bad ammunition. Speaking of ammunition, I now need to shoot something. Now, temptation is to shoot Billy, but I'm thinking about what the mayhem is going to do to the battlefield. I'm going to declare a shot at Maggie.
Ooh!
So I'm shooting into combat. Actually, I'm going to shoot Herschel because the line of sight doesn't work with Maggie where I am.
Fair play.
So a 50-50 dice I need to roll. On a shield, it hits my target. On a blank, it hits whoever Ian wants. Would you like the Walker, Maggie, Herschel?
It's a really tough decision, Tom, but I'm going to pick that Walker.
Right, so the Walker has got a white dice on its defence. You've got rolling space there. I've got a red dice on its defence. I've got 2 white for my shooting. Blank. So I'll try that again. I think it was going to hit. I've just knocked dice out. It's a hit.
Yeah.
It's done something.
And I roll blank.
Which knocks it prone, which gives you quite an easy kill.
Well, I should hope
It
so.
does cause mayhem though, so what we'll do is we'll put the threat up to level 6 and we will cut away and sort it out as we go to the event phase. And yeah, that's just gone a bit chaotic. So, event phase of turn 3, everything's around the building now.
It is. It's this area, isn't it? This area is pivotal.
The kill zones are relatively straightforward. The only one to be aware of is there's a walker back here, walked up on the skip and then walked back down to engage Dexter. So he's actually got 2 on him at the moment. So the event phase then, mate.
Yep, so if we draw the event card, we get +1 to the threat, takes us to 7, and we're on Rouse Lurkers.
Hey.
Now, it's as in All Quiet, which was shuffling discarded lurker cards back into the deck. We've had no lurkers today.
So we're okay so far.
Which is good. I bet that one's
That last one will be a bomb or a lurker, won't it?
Yeah, and then in addition though, red dice walkers are placed in contact with each supply counter. There is only the one.
And you've got initiative.
I do.
Do you want a walker to engage Dexter?
Oh, I'd love to.
So literally, this might not be on camera, but we'll enter a walker.
Oh, it's red dice. I've got to roll for it.
You've got to roll actually. You might roll a blank.
I might roll a blank. I hope I do.
Roll a blank. That'd be great. Cheers.
Ah!
Cheers. Sorry, Walker. Not today.
No, there you go. But you know what? You'd even got ready.
I just assumed that it was going to happen.
You accepted the fate, hadn't you?
We have got combat, so the threat will go up to 1. So we're on level A. We're on the cusp of medium threat as we go into the melee phase.
Okay, so now that we're in the melee phase, I think we're going to start on the roof where it's going quite well.
Yeah, basically do damage to this walker and it dies.
Yeah, that's the plan. Now, to be fair, we've got considerable numbers of dice here to throw at it. Maggie is base double red, she's got a hatchet. Herschel's base red and he's got his claw hammer. So let's see what
Walker can only defend. It gets a blank.
Yeah,
it
absolutely stomped it.
murdered.
Although, the good thing about it being prone is that wouldn't have actually killed it.
No, it would have just knocked it down.
So I'm quite pleased with that result actually.
You got the good doctor?
Yeah, the doctor, he's going to use his hockey stick, so there we go. He gets a blank.
Walker gets 1.
Takes a damage.
Point of damage.
Yeah, first bit of damage on my family today.
Create the inch of separation just like that, because essentially the walker pushes him off the ladder.
Yeah, no problem. And then
now this one's fun.
Well, it might be for you. Father Gabriel's got to defend himself here.
I mean, he's got a defensive blue.
Yeah, which is good, but I could do with a 3 given what you're rolling.
So Thomas is rolling 2 white, which he can re-roll, and then obviously there's a walker help him out.
That's good. That's nasty, that, Tom.
So,
I get
2 for you. Walker gets nothing, Thomas gets 3, so I'm going to re-roll this white dice just to see how I do, because it should be alright.
No, nothing.
Oh, perfect.
That's fine,
Lovely.
nothing happens, so we just kind of go our separate ways. Say
Hell, do
prayer
you know
to
I
each
would
other.
have taken that at the
The
start.
one damage wasn't worth it. I was like, come on, get a
Yeah.
headshot. But that's not bad at all. And we'll go to the combat on my side, which is just Dexter and Axel. Over to my combats then. You've got space to roll there, mate. I've got Dexter. He will reduce the walker's dice by 1, thankfully, because he's right gear. So he's got 2 white and a red. He's going to attack with his tire iron. He gets 3.
I get 3 as well.
So survivors win all draws. That's what we want. Push them away. And then Axel is facing off against 1 walker just behind the tree here. Axel's just going to defend, I think, because it makes sense to.
Yeah, come on,
Same dice.
Walker. 1.
Yeah, 2. So shoves it away. And that's not too bad at all. So still a bit of a stalemate so far. So we'll go to the end phase and we'll see in a sec. And this is the picture at the end of turn 3. And yeah, that was pretty stalemating. No one's taking damage yet apart from Dexter. He's the only one. Stevens took 1. That's not too bad. I've got initiative going into this turn, and that could be interesting.
It could.
There's a lot of manipulation that Andrew could potentially do here with the walker at the bottom of the ladder.
Yes, there is. I'm aware of this.
So it's either that or Thomas kind of messes with Gabriel. So I haven't quite decided. So we're going to go for a sneaky lunch break, and then we'll come back for turn 4, which will be led by the prisoners. So after some fiendish thinking and some lovely prawn cocktail crisps, I'm going to go with Andrew to start. And he is going to fire a shot straight in Maggie's face. Because why wouldn't you? So this is going to be 2 white dice against Maggie's defense of...
2 red.
So let's see how we do. Oh! The lunch break has been worth it. Oh! 6 damage rate.
I'm speechless.
Executed.
Oh my god, I'm speechless. Poor Maggie.
Cheers, Bags.
Well, the only thing I can say, not that it's any defence, is she didn't have a supply counter.
Now, I have just realised that I didn't roll my panic check because we're actually into me. No, we're low, aren't we? We're just... Oh, thank God for that.
Oh.
It will now push us into medium threat.
Oh.
Because of the mayhem. We're going to cut away, do the mayhem, and then I'll do my second action.
I'm in a state of shock.
So,
I've actually had to sit down.
I'm going to check my ammo. Hey, I'm all good. I have ammo. What the hell do I do now? Because there's a lot of walkers here.
Yes.
There's not an easy way down, really, which is concerning me. So
Do you need to get down?
Well, I did look at the rules earlier on in terms of like how to get down. I think I'm relatively all right. I'm just going to deliberately move myself so I'm not in that walker's kill zone there.
Clever.
I think Andrew's just going to... I could climb down at the end of this, like with the black dice. I don't want to fall because if I'm prone, that's bad. I'm just going to hang out there. It's been so much foul language off camera and it's been so much ranting.
Has been off camera though because I'm a professional. I have had no idea what to do. I had a swell game plan that Tom literally has just blown off the top of the roof of that building as well. So I'm going to activate Doc Stevens. I'm not convinced this is what I picked the character for initially, but he's just going to sneak up here.
He's just got bloodlust since he's picked
Yeah,
that.
he has basically.
I think you can probably put him flat on the roof, just push the walker over forward.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm just going to nudge the camera ever so forward so you can see that. Dead.
This is great placement, isn't it, viewers? Great placement. There we go. So basically, I've got my 2 medics fighting now.
I like it.
I know, me too.
Straightforward one for me. Sneaky boy Thomas is going to make noise. Pull that walker into this dude. And then he's just going to casually walk behind and try and slit his throat again.
Okay, Billy has just lost his sister. He's just seen his sister die at the hands of this horrible prisoner here. So, just on a slight pre-measurement, the mayhem's not going to be great from this, but never mind. Billy is going to sneak to hit him, making sure we're not touching the car or touching the lamppost. And we're going to fire up there. Now, unfortunately, you're in riot gear, aren't you?
Yeah, so you're going to lose dice off this, of your choosing.
So I would normally be red, white, but I'm now going to just be red and white instead.
You got space there overall here. I've got 2 red on my defence for Andrew.
Here we go. Oh, rubbish.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Add on to the threat for that.
For mayhem, takes us to 10. We'll measure out the mayhem and we'll cut back.
I feel like we just had a rush of blood to the head.
I feel like a lot of walkers are going to get a rush of Billy's guts.
The thing is though, Billy's actually, he's quite tanky. He has a machete.
Are you convincing yourself or the audience?
Everyone.
Everyone.
And he's got a handgun, so I could just bop one of them off as well.
Well, I actually have 2 activations on the balance now, so let's go to them.
Nice, straightforward, calm, easy activations for my crew. Axel is going to go first. He's going to make a 4-inch move, which gets him to there, just within, well, just there actually. Let's measure this properly. Let's just double check. Dexter is, he's just out the kill zone. I wanted to heal him. He is just going to make noise just to literally pull this walker in. Dexter then, he could do with healing. He's not feeling particularly healthy at the moment. But instead, he's just going to casually walk around to the other side of this, just so he's away from the walker. He's going to pick it up. He's going to pray that it's not a booby trap.
I want it to be.
It's a tire iron. He's multi-classing tire irons now. And he's just going to hang out there. And I think that brings us to the event phase.
It does.
And here we are at the end of turn 4, and Ian has kindly just rolled his panic dice for the doctor because he forgot that he would have had it. Luckily, it was the one, so he could take 1 action anyway.
Yeah.
Maggie's death. I mean, she's not dead from the campaign though.
Oh, well, small mercies.
She's just a little.
Well, the way Billy's going here, Billy might need to die in full to be
I think Billy's got quite the private party.
Do you know, if Billy does survive this, it'll be a miracle.
It will be a little bit. So let's see if the event card helps him out. What have we got?
No, it doesn't really, to be honest. Are we on medium threat?
We're on medium on 10 at the moment.
+1 to the threat, drawn to chaos. And for medium threat, white dice walkers enter from each table edge.
Okay, so I'll roll the dice, see how many. Let's cock dice, try again. 1.
Lovely.
So 1 walker enters play from each edge. We'll do that quickly and we'll see in a sec. And some walkers have appeared. Just listening to what that hollering was about, on the roof.
Yes.
All these gunshots are starting to get their attention.
Oh, Tom.
We do have combats. It'll take us up to level 12 in medium. So even with all that holding of nerves, there's going to be a few rocky relationships going into this next turn. And we'll go to combat.
Right, so start with mine. Axel is just going to defend because it's a walker. So 2 white and a red because of his right shield. He gets 2.
1.
Walker gets, just bring that into camera, 1. So just literally go away.
Nice.
And then Father Gabriel versus Thomas and a walker.
Come on, Father Gabriel.
Who's defending, isn't he, actually?
Yeah, he has to defend.
So Thomas, 2 white dice rolling, re-rolling because they're sharp, and 1 red for the walker. That's just gone to there. I think I'll keep that.
That is bad,
so the 1 and the 1 will cancel out. That'll be 5 points of damage.
Oh, that is Father Gabriel gone.
I'm done.
That is Father Gabriel gone. Now, he does have a special rule, though. Each time he takes damage, like he has from then, choose a friendly model within 6 inches to gain an extra action in its next activation, which might be relevant. So I think, let's see, was within 6 inches, probably only Dr. Stevens.
Yeah, so
he'll gain action next turn, which might be important.
It might be. Now, I did kill him with a headshot, so he's not replaced by a prone walker. He's just absolutely
And he lives
mullered.
to fight again.
Allegedly. And we'll go to your combat.
Yep.
Let's get the big pain train. He's got football pads though. He'll reduce this by 1.
He does, and to be fair, he's rolling 2 dice himself, and he's got 5 wounds.
I think this is 10 walker dice coming at him.
If he survives, I just want to point out he has 2 sets of bandages and a first aid kit.
He is the hero of our story.
He is the hero of the story. He rolls 2.
Yeah, I think that's going to do it. So if we remove those 2, that's enough to kill him, I think.
Poor Billy. But again, at least he can...
He will be replaced by a walker.
dear.
Let's just have him magically change gender. That prone walker. We're just going to scatter these walkers just so.
Do you know, Billy only died there because Maggie died. If Maggie hadn't died, Billy wouldn't have been so...
Was it a self-sacrifice as well?
I feel it was.
That's not the end of the combat though, because we've got the guys on the roof, haven't we?
This is basically my linchpin up here now because I've got 2 characters left. Oh, Billy drops, by the way.
Oh, does he drop a supply token?
Yeah, he drops a supply token.
Lovely, just pop that.
Because
no one's getting to that.
I don't think the game will last that long, to be honest. Even if you tried to. So we've got left to go Doc Stevens. He can't contribute to that. Oh no, he can. He's got his hockey stick. So Doc Stevens' hockey stick, and then we've got Herschel with his claw hammer as well.
Versus 1 walker.
Yeah.
Walker gets nothing.
Oh, we kill it.
Murder
we kill it.
Easily kill it.
We have killed a lot of walkers, the Greens.
We have actually. But we've also killed some of your survivors, which matters more.
I want to kill him, just so you know.
So we'll go to the end phase and we'll see in a sec. And here we are in the end phase, and there's a lot of threats coming my way.
There are a lot of threats coming Tom's way, particularly off camera, about what I'm going to do to this guy on the roof.
Leave him alone. Leave Andrew alone. He's not doing anything wrong.
The irony here is that Andrew's potentially going to get killed by 2 doctors.
I mean, killing him softly.
So you have got initiative. You've got 2 characters left now, though, and
I still have a single supply token. He
do.
has a supply token. I don't think I can get a draw, but I could make it more reasonable 2-1 as opposed to 3-1.
That's an effective choice. I think.
That's what I want to try and do here.
We'll go to the first activation of turn 5, I believe this is, which is the Herschel and the Doc.
Yeah. Okay, so whilst we're in medium threat, the Doc needs to panic, and let's see what he gets. Oh, he's got...
Quiet. May perform 1 action that can't cause noise or mayhem.
That's fine, because he's got no intention. He's going to kill him quietly. So it
Just slips an injection in quietly.
It is a sneak action to here, but obviously I'm not using that action that I gained off Father Gabriel, because there's not really that many actions to do. I do see this as damage limitation, to be honest. So it's over to the prisoners.
Okay, I'm actually in range this time, so Axel is going to walk literally just to here, just to stay within that walker's kill. He'll go there. Still within that walker's kill zone. He's going to discard his first aid kit to try and heal the boss. So, blue dice. Heal 1, that's fine.
Nice.
Takes him back up to 5, that's better than it was. And that is his activation done.
Okay, so for my second and final activation of the turn 5, Herschel is going to join his doctor, thereby engaging Andrew again.
Over to my last 2 boys then. Thomas, nice and easy. He's going to declare a sprint action. He's going to weave his way just to the base of the ladder here, which will pull in this walker. Prison on prison action. And then Dexter, he's going to move just here at the bottom and then just make noise just to pull in that walker off, so that if he needs to climb up next, he can. So we'll sort out any moves that need to be made and we'll go to the event phase next.
Well, it's all looking a bit dodgy with this brawl on the roof. This is very dangerous.
It is, but I remain hopeful here, because I worked out off camera that I can actually still sneak a draw here.
The draw specialist.
Yeah, because I've drawn the first 2 games, and if Herschel was to kill Andrew and then pick up 2 all in it...
I made a mistake though. I put Dexter literally in range, so he's actually got 2 walkers on him, but luckily your doctor has been pulled away by 1. Everything else is pretty much
The doctor
as
with
normal.
the hockey stick.
So let's go to the event cards. Draw 1.
Yep, so coming up first is my favourite card, +1 to the threat, and there's a storm coming.
That takes us on to 13. We're at the cusp of high.
It does. Now, because we are in medium threat, it says the tension reaches fever pitch, add 1 to the threat level, which does take us to high.
It takes us to 14.
And then immediately draw 2 more event cards, applying the results 1 at a time.
Oh.
Perfect.
Oh dear, oh dear.
So, Feeding Frenzy is up
This is the next one.
and it says, as medium as low, which is roll a black dice for each survivor engaged in melee against 1 or more walkers. On a star, the model loses a health point. If there are no, there are models eligible, so we can do that first of all.
Yeah, so let me grab black dice. I'll do this if you're alright with that.
Actually, yeah.
So Thomas is engaged. So on a star, they lose a health.
Yes.
Thomas loses a health. That puts him down to 3. Dexter is fine. Axel takes a point of damage. Puts him down to 5.
Yep.
Doc is fine.
Super duper. Now then, that brings us up to medium. In addition, each player rolls a blue dice and moves that many eligible walkers towards the nearest survivor.
There's a blue dice there, mate.
Wow, here we go. So,
3.
2.
2.
Oh dear.
And then high threat, so we'll move that in a second. In addition, every walker gains red in melee this turn. So we'll move our walkers and we'll cut back, and then we've still got another event card to look at. Yeah, we've just got back and Thomas has been punished by that, basically. That's the main thing that's happened. I've shimmied some walkers here and Thomas has gained 1 extra that's kind of got stuck into him. And we've still got 1 more card to draw.
We do, so if we take that, we get frayed nerves. Oh dear.
So we're in high as medium threat. So 1 model with low or medium nerve chosen by the player with initiative, that's you, creates mayhem. If there are no eligible models, that's 1 to the threat. So we've got the Doc, Herschel and Andrew.
Oh, excellent. Is what's this guy?
These guys, actually Thomas is medium currently because he's out of range of
Police jacket.
Police jacket.
Yeah, so he's going to cause mayhem then, isn't he?
So we got up to 15.
And this walker's going to
Well, we're going to have to measure it. There's way more that's going to happen here.
Oh, do it. Do you know?
So,
again, of course, yeah.
We'll cut back and measure, but we need to roll a blue dice and see how many walkers enter play because they're also high threats. Do you want to roll that as well, mate?
Absolutely. Here we go.
So we'll resolve the mayhem and we'll add 2 walkers. So I'm glad Thomas doesn't have a supply, because he's definitely dead.
Yeah, I would say so. Do you know, it's funny, isn't it, how the event cards can really swing the game, because that's definitely suited me more than you.
That's really helped, and we've got a big group we've got more walkers on board now than we've had at any other point.
Yeah, we have.
So it's going to be really tasty. So anyway, we'll go to the melee, so that's another +1 to the threat, which we believe takes us up to 16.
Woo!
And yeah, we'll go to your initiative, mate.
Thank you.
So we don't actually have enough red dice, we're just gonna roll everything we've got and then presume he's dead.
Doesn't happen often this on TNG that we run out of dice, does it? But here we go.
So Thomas versus a bazillion walkers. He's got 2 white dice. He gets 3. I think you'd probably need to push them in camera, but there's a bucket of dice. Yeah, he's definitely dead.
Poor.
We've got a prone prison walker that can replace him.
Yeah, I do. Here we go. We'll stick him up.
Just scatter those guys around now they've had their feeding. Poor guy does all that work and then just gets absolutely smushed. More importantly, we've got some combat up here.
That, I think, is the pivotal part of the game, to be honest.
So we've got the Doctor versus a Walker here.
Yeah, Doc has a hockey stick, which is great news.
Walker has 1 red dice. So
2.
Black.
Headshot.
And you get a headshot, it kills the Walker.
Perfect.
And then we've got Andrew versus Herschel. So Andrew
technically you should have rolled a second red dice there.
I should have rolled a
second red dice. You've got a blank there, but...
I think you're all good. Andrew then versus Herschel. I'm going to see if I nimble away to start with. I don't.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to need a red dice, please.
Yep, no problem. I've got them all there for those walkers.
Because I'm in riot gear, you need to remove 1 of your dice.
Oh, flipping heck, Tom. That's my red dice gone. It is. Damn it.
So 2 red on my I am defending here. Versus your claw hammer. 2. 2. It's a draw.
Needed to do some damage
Break
there,
away.
you know.
That's gone surprisingly well, but I worry about Dexter in a second. So this could be quite a telling combat here. Dexter is not great. Each walker's bringing an additional dice. Yep. He takes 1 away because of his riot gear, so we went down about 4, I think it is. Yeah. Versus his 2 white and a red with his tire iron. So let's see how he does. He gets 3.
Yeah, I get 2.
You get 2, so he manages to win that combat and knock them both prone,
That's
which is
what he wanted.
just unneeded. I think it was close there. And then we've got Axel. So Axel isn't in riot gear. So this walker will be bringing 2 dice to the party.
Some more damage here on Axel.
Axel's going to defend because he's got a white and a red. He needs to. He's got an additional white because of his right shield. 3.
I get 3 as well.
That's okay. So draw, survivors win all draws. Pushes that away. Oof, cagey.
Nicely done.
We'll go to the end phase and we'll catch you in a sec. Oh dear, the event cards did not like me then.
They didn't.
They were not keen. They took Thomas from me. But I think luckily Andrew has somehow survived.
I think that was quite a crucial combat. That,
yeah, I think it's an important one because at least it stopped you from taking that counter. Now, annoyingly, Andrew, the Doc, and Herschel are all going to panic this turn.
Yes.
So interesting things could definitely happen as we go into it. So I think we'll go to the first activation of what will inevitably be the final turn, starting with the prisoners. It's at this point that I'm really glad that I have the football ground because I've just checked the rules off camera. So the football ground says that once per game, the first model that would panic in a turn does not panic. So I'm going to activate Andrew.
Nice, super.
Andrew is quite simply going to just walk in between these 2.
Ooh.
And take their activations away.
It's nicely done that because I don't think there's the time in the game for me to kill him and pick up, is there?
No, so I think for the remainder of this, I'm just going to try and be as sensible as I possibly can. I'm going to have Axel go. Now he will also panic because he's in a police jacket, doesn't affect him. He gets +1 to the threat, he goes berserk.
That is exactly what he wanted.
So he gains a red dice in combat, he's really angry. He's just going to essentially mosey to there, essentially. So he's staying outside of a kill zone of any potential walker. Dexter's going to do something very similar. He is probably going to declare a sprint. He's going to go 4 inches back here, and then he's going to go 4 inches back here, which will cause this walker just hit that lamppost. Nice. And I think that's probably the best that we can hope for here. So let's go to the event phase. Yep, that was the quickest turn we'll ever have. That was pretty straightforward.
Well, you took my turn off me, Tom.
I can't let you eke out this drawing power that you have.
I know, but I don't think I can now, though, can I? Not unless something bizarre happens.
So
anyway.
We haven't had to do any move-ins because these guys are suitably safe and away from it. So we're going to go with our event card. We're on 17 of 18 at the moment. So we get
won't stay down, and we're on high threat, of course. Double blue dice walkers enter play, and all prone walkers immediately stand up.
Right, so if we just roll 3 walkers enter play,
Hey, lovely.
and then we'll stand the walkers up, and we'll see in a sec. And yep, some incidental walkers have basically walked onto the battlefield to do
You
nothing.
just heard the carnage that's just gone on, to be fair.
There's just this fight on the roof, this death battle.
Yeah.
So speaking of which, we do have combats. It will take us to 18, meaning that this will be the last turn of the game, and we'll go and see how this fight on the roof resolves itself. Here we go then. Here we go.
Yeah,
it's
this is
incidental. It's worth me saying I just noticed Thomas should be an armoured walker because of my riot gear, but it makes no difference.
He's there now, though, he's there now.
Andrew then is going to attempt to nimble
I
away.
knew you were going to try this.
He needs a shield here and he can just bounce away to live to fight another day. He bounces away, just moonwalks.
Yeah,
Peace
that's
out.
game, isn't it?
I shot your girlfriend and now I'm running away. So yeah, good times, and we'll do an air handshake there, mate. We'll do an air handshake.
It's the sign of the times, isn't it?
It is, and we'll go to the end phase just to finish up this turn. And as we bring the game to the close, then the prisoners are able to just about slink off after all of this.
They have done. They really have done.
It's been a hard-fought game, though, hasn't it, Ray?
I've got a lot of thoughts that I'm going to give you in the post-match about this game because I feel really aggrieved to have lost.
Well, we'll go to the summary and we'll see you guys in a sec.
And what a game that was. Well, that was 1 or 2 attacks that did a hell of a lot of damage. So I'm going to bring my wonderful guest back in as I zoom off camera again.
2 words. Maggie's death. That is what lost me this game. That is it. Because I've built a team here that was designed for healing people and restoring wounds, and at no stage could they do that. They were either all on full health or dead, and there was no in between.
There's no healing from instant death.
No, it was a shame, but what a game to come back to. I know we're still in these restrictions, but it's great to be playing Walking Dead again, and it's great to have had such an exciting game to restart the campaign with.
No, it's really, really good, and I think we had some really, really interesting activations. Fighting on the roof as well.
I know, I don't think we've ever had elevated terrain before on The Walking Dead. Possibly not, who knows? Let us know in the comments, you can remind us. But it was great to see the guys up there fighting out, trying to get that last supply out token, which unfortunately they couldn't do this time.
But a massive thank you for coming on, mate. I'm going to show you as I show my stuff now. First thing we'll say is, with the current scenario, we don't know how many of these games we'll get in, but me and Ian have already said we're going to try and just play some general Walking Dead if we can't get the campaign on the go. Aside from that, thank you so much for putting up with the audio if there's been any issues and our terrible rules knowledge. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's always fun. As Ian said, it's been an absolute pleasure to actually play like physical tabletop again. So yeah, it's been great. If you want to support the channel, as always, check out our Patreon or our super sexy merch. And we'll see you in the next one.
Now, of course, because this is the campaign, we need to check our health. So, Thomas, first of all, we roll a white dice and we take that off them next campaign match unless they have a rest. So, he loses a wound, so he will start next game on 3 unless he has a rest. How about
Still
you?
not too bad that though, is it really?
He's the one who always dies in my group.
He is. I'm going to go with Billy because I don't want to be in the same predicament next game as I was at the start of this game. So Billy gets a blow.
He's fine. He'll be able to shake it off next turn.
Super duper. I'll go with Father Gabriel.
Is he ever going to be used?
Well, I was probably going to say no. Now I've rolled a 2, which would take him down to starting on 2 wounds. Definitely not, I wouldn't have thought, but it was fun to try.
Can Maggie repair the bullet wound in her face?
Maggie is where the game got lost for me, and she gets a 1, so Maggie still will start the next game on 4 wounds.
Lovely.
Hi guys, thank you very much for watching our content. It means the world to us. If you'd like to see some more videos, they should be over here. And if you'd like to support our channel, keep these lights on. You can find links to our Patreon and merchandise in the description below. See you later.